Too much drama goes on in a family that is dysfunctional, from suicide to joining bad gangs to become a rapist, to become a drug addict, to become a sex addict. Lots and lots of drama when parents are not intentional in raising their children. And those periods and the days of drama can be so overwhelming. The blood pressure of the mother will rise, especially the mother. The father would play macho and try to, get into friends and drugs and drink and all of that to just quell and quench and calm the storm. Unfortunately, nothing works in that light. That is why I have always said to people, you can't go into marriage without information. You're only given a marriage certificate without going to school. Your wife is the mother of your children, the grandmother of your children. Your husband is the father of your children, the grandfather of your children. You are making a lifetime decision casually. May you not end up in casualty. That's why you must do everything to make sure when it comes to the choice of marriage. After the choice of career, if you have given your life to Christ, the next is the choice of marriage, because your marriage will determine everything. If you understand that, you'll be careful in handling lives, children that God has given to you to nurture, to care for. If a child on your watch will look at the summary of her life and said the next thing is to end up on drugs, end up getting pregnant before time, end up having to just join the cult, end up having to become an addict, a prostitute, lesbian, homosexual. We abuse these people, we judge them, we look down on them. It's life that has beaten them black and blue. It's life that has messed them up. It has nothing to do with external forces. If the home front is strong and solid, bring anything to the ground. It's not the size of every child that parents are intentional in raising them. Looking at my guest, she said she actually attempted suicide. They now rushed home to salvage what? I wish they rushed to pay her school fees. I wish they rushed to let her know that she's beautiful. I wish they rushed to let her know they love her. I wish they rushed to let other children know that 3 of you, 4 of you, they are the same. I don't have a favorite. You are both intelligent. You slept in my womb. I produced you as a man. I wish they could rush to put her life in order. Probably they would have to rush down to wonder why was she suicidal. You make hay while the sun shines, and if sun does not shine, you still make hay. What you have to do now, do it in helping your kids. If you do it later, it might be late. I've seen parents have lost their kids completely to drugs, to life. It doesn't look like they're coming back again. Addiction, drugs, cocaine, marijuana, everything that they are using to fill in the emptiness that you did not allow yourself to feel has finished their brain. They are all over the place. The handwriting is on the wall. It's not a new thing. That's why prevention is always better than cure. Please make sure you are careful. If you can only have 2, please have 2. If you can only have 1, have 1. In sorrow you rear, you bear. Rearing children is hard work. Don't keep blaming and keep pointing fingers and telling one of your kids that she's a black sheep. She's not a black sheep. There's no black sheep anywhere. Your kids are your fault. As a parent, take responsibility. I'm sure, I don't know what happened. Let me go back to my guest. I want to be sure what happened when they finally pulled down the rope, the suicidal rope, and I'm interested. So what was their actions? Because I wish they could have rushed to help you to become the best version of yourself. So now that they knew that you were becoming emotionally ill and you want to kill yourself, so what was their reaction when they came? Because the neighbor had to call them to say that you have almost hung yourself. Somebody saw you and brought back the rope.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that question, ma'am. So when they got back that night, they came back. It was so late in the night. So when they came, my at first, like, he had this this attitude of, he had this I don't care attitude. But then, like, I think that moment he was trying to put on the figure of a father. So I think there was this curiosity in him, like he wanted to ask what happened, but then he had to like ask my mom. So my mom had to ask me what happened, and I was just quiet because then I started mingling. I started mingling with friends, different this thing. I started mingling with. I not even then. I never have that time again. Like, I never have time for anybody in my house.
Like, so, you don't want any attention. That was kind of late. You understand that kind of thing.
Yes,
now they want to get your attention. They want to look into you and say, "My dear, what happened? What's going on?" But at the time, you've shut down completely.
Yes, ma'am. I told him I don't mingle with guys. I deal with ladies. I play with ladies a lot. So then when they were asking me what happened, to me I was just like, why are they asking? So I just asked my mom, what happened? Yes, I became very rude, like, to everybody, not just my siblings alone. I became rude to my mom especially, because then I was thinking she should have been the one asking me those questions back then, not that she will not be asking me what happened. That I want to like ask myself when it came to this point that she was not asking me what happened. So I actually, from that day onward, I became very rude, and I never told anybody the reason. I never discussed it with them, because I think to me they were not even, if not that my neighbor called, and if not that everybody had to come around to like ask what happened. Like, people, our house became crowded with people. Like, they were like, what happened? You're always talking, so why did you suddenly decide to commit? Like, what happened? Is it too much? People think it was too much movie, or maybe we were just joking around. That was what. So I said, so what now happened? So I became rude to everybody too. Like, if anybody want to talk, like, if anybody want to tell me anything, I became strong, man. Like I felt,
you don't care anymore. You have become it's like you become like a dry fish that is difficult to bend, because you are really, really upset and all.
Yes, ma'am. So nobody can, at that time, nobody could tell me anything. Like, if you talk one, I just say 50. I think I hated everybody. If anybody should talk, I got this thing, I think allergy, let me just call it an allergy, because I hate insults. You can't tell me I'm stupid and I'll not be the lot of you. So that time I became traumatized. If you tell me, look at what you are putting on, I'll just think, like, my thoughts will be so different. Like,
even when somebody is genuinely commending or correcting, you are no longer interested in anybody saying anything about you. The next thing is Basbo's reaction and all of that. Well, we're still coming back. It's not over yet. I'm going to come back to say some things about this reaction that we see in our teenagers, our young adults. Why suddenly has she become crazy and wild? And wild, become like a wild beast. Look at her foundation. If you miss any of this episode, please ask for it. It's so deep. The knowledge, the understanding, the expositions in these episodes will settle anyone who is willing to be free from any form of emotional baggage. I want to say thank you to everyone watching, Follow us, listen more, get into this world and understand one truth. Until you are free, you cannot free others. How fast can you run having to carry a bag of cement? That tells you something. Nobody flies with weight. Nobody runs with weight. You need to drop your weight. You need to jettison. You need to drop whatever is stalking you, making you too slow, slowing down your speed in life. And you can drop it by reaching out to us for counseling, for therapy. The number is on the screen. Get into your new life and heal. Reinvent yourself. Come out from the trap that life has set for you. I see you healed. Thank you for watching.